There we go. It's recording. There we go. Okay, let's get you unpacked. It's only leaving. I might sit right here.
Oh, yeah.
That way. Yeah, looks good. I'm gonna move this. There we go. It's supposed to maybe snow on Thursday.
Oh,
Maybe snow. Who knows if that's gonna happen? But it might. Do you like it when it snows here?
Yes, I love it. I'm not a skier, but I like it.
I've never skied either. A lot of my friends here at CU ski.
Yeah, I'm from California, so I didn't really ski, but all my friends have been skiing, so they're really good double black diamonds. They're really good.
I don't even know what that is. No idea what it is. Black diamond?
It's the hardest one to do. The hardest, yeah.
Slope?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're really intense. So yeah, and I've skied once.
How was it?
It was good.
It was okay. It was good. Yeah. All right. Today's October 22nd. Yeah. Okay, so we talked about lots of tuning last time. Yeah. Let's get tuned up. You want to stand up for this?
Sure.
Yeah. There you go. How about you move? Yeah, I was going to say, we don't want you to trip over your viola case. Okay. Sound high or low?
I think it's low.
Okay, let's see if it is low.
I think it sounds high.
Good, it is a little high. So let's put our left hand on the A fine tuner, and then move our bow first, good, and then adjust.
So it's high, so we make it low, so that'd be counter.
Good. Now, does it sound better, or did we make it worse?
I think we made it worse.
Yeah, it's a little too low now. So we're just slow tuning that fine tuner. A little bit more. Good. Can you do A and D together? where do we want to place our bow on the string? To play bow strings, what do we want to aim for?
The insides of the string.
So playing on the insides of the strings. What else do we want to think about when we're tuning?
Maybe to play slowly and like use the whole bow,
Why do we want to move our bow slowly?
so you can hear the pitch better.
When we're adjusting the pitch with our fine tuner, do we want to crank it really fast, or how do we want to do it?
Slowly.
Yeah, so move the fine tuner slowly. And you're matching pitch a lot better today. It's getting. I remember when we first started matching pitch, and we were trying to find the note. It took us a little bit longer, but you're finding it really fast, which is excellent. Okay, so at our last longer lesson that we had, we were talking about which piece were we working on? We were working on one of your orchestra pieces. Can't remember. I don't think I wrote down the name of it. But how about we get out your orchestra music?
Which one?
The one that we were working on last. Alright. Okay, so this is, oh yeah, along the river. And I'll be your stand today. Even though we didn't have a stand, it's okay. I'll be our stand. So when we're looking at this, I remember we were talking about how we find the key. So we have this sharp right here. How, like, what key are we?
The key.
G major, good, because we have F sharp. So we're gonna go up one step, and then, there you go. That's the key line, good. And then I remember we had talked about note values, and so we talked about time signatures. What is the job of the top number in a time signature?
How many notes are in the measure, or how many beats are in the measure?
Good, and then what does the bottom note tell us?
What note gets the beat?
Good, and in this case, which note is it?
The quarter note.
Good, okay, good. Very good. Because we are playing in the key of G major, I thought we could do a nice warm-up. We talked about our bow hold a lot at our last lesson. Remember what we talked about?
Like the pinky being bent and the thumb like being soft, and these two fingers reach over.
Something I was thinking about a little bit, it's kind of like you're trying to cover up somebody's eyeballs with the pads of your fingers. Not the tips, we don't want to poke their eyes out, we just want to cover them. So that's another way you can think about this, is we're covering the eyeballs, okay? Good, and then keeping this soft like compact sand, not like a boulder. Okay, so let's try. We're gonna turn on the metronome, and we won't go super fast. I like us to do half notes. We're gonna do a G major scale. Have you ever done a G major scale?
Yeah.
Do you start on open G?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'd like you to start in open G, and I'd like you to go up to third finger, the G on the D string. Okay? So this is your quarter note beats. How do you think you did? What, like, with the things that we had talked about that we worked on in our last lesson, how do you think you did?
With the bow. I think that it was a little bit tilted.
Tilted? So when you say tilted, are you talking
Like
about your bow?
it was over. My fingers were sort of leaning this way.
Okay, so we were leaning on our first finger. So we were pronated, okay? So we kind of pronated and we're leaning on our first finger, okay? What else did you notice?
I think my pinky should be more bent.
Okay, so can you show me what you think it looked like before?
Maybe like that.
It didn't look quite like that, which was great. But you could bend this middle joint. So if we have this outer joint and we have this base knuckle, that's our other outer joint, we want to make sure this one's curved too. I'd like you to think about, instead of leading with your index finger when we move our bow, to lead with our index, our ring finger. So I'd like you to pull up your sweater just a little bit on your bow hand. That way you can look at it. I'd like you to try just some half notes. You can just do open G. I want you to look at your bow hold. So how would we do some thumb taps?
Like this?
Yeah, so you're going to tap it a couple of times. Good. Now, you make sure that your fingers are covering up those eyeballs. Good. And is your pinky curved the way you want it to? All right, how does your bow hand feel? Does it feel good? Feels active, not tight, but active? Good. Let's try some open G string half notes. Ready? Yeah, how did that feel?
Good.
It felt good? What about it felt good?
It felt steady with my index or my ring
With
finger.
your ring finger? Good. Did you feel like your shoulder was a little tight?
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay. So I would like you, I'll take your viola. So you hold your hands out like this. I'm going to rest my arm, like it's my bow arm. I'm going to rest it here. Does it feel really heavy right now?
No.
Can you put your hand right here and hold, like, feel that? You feel the difference?
Yeah.
So what happened up here?
Your shoulder like goes to the way.
So this was kind of tight right here. Now I'd like you to put your hand right here. Feel it right here. So my arm feels really light now, right now, doesn't it? Feel the difference?
Yeah.
Can you try that? I'm gonna hold your arm. So I'd like you to hold the weight. Wow, your arm's so light. And then relax like you're relaxing in a lounge chair. Yeah, so you have all of this weight and gravity to help with our bows, on our down bows. It's like can you just do that with me? And so we just want our arm to fall down by our side. Really, it's just like, yeah, really relax. Okay, yeah, so that's the kind of sound that we want. I'm gonna give you your viola back. We just need a little bit more sound. That's why we're doing this, is we're working on it. Instead of holding our arm weight up here, I'm just gonna let that arm weight go. So let's put our bow back at the balance point on our G string. Actually, let's do our D string. So our balance point is gonna be somewhere in between here. So let's check that out really quick. So the way we find our balance point is right here. You see how I'm balancing it over my index finger? So your balance point's a little bit higher. So you're pretty right. You're pretty accurate with where it's supposed to be. It's on our D string, holding with our jaw. Great. Hold that shoulder up. Now relax it. Your elbow should drop just a little bit. Okay. Now can you do one down bow? Try to smell your wrists on the up bows. Now, yeah. Now we're making really big movements. We're going to make our movements smaller in our wrists now. Yeah. You see how we're kind of getting stuck here? This feels kind of rigid. Like you try to hop without bending your knees to your ankles. Can you try hop? Without bending your knees. Oh, they still bent. Still bent. So that's kind of what happens when we don't let our fingers stay loose. Jellyfish. Can you try that again? So we want it this kind of movement. Okay. I'm gonna hold the bow. I'm gonna have you make a bow hold. Good. Now you do this.
Like that?
Yeah. Back. So up bow is like this. Down bow. Up bow. Down bow. And it's this way. I'll try it again. Up bow. Down bow. You see how my wrist isn't really moving a whole lot? It's all on the fingers. Just try to keep this, watch your wrist. Up bow. Down bow. Up bow. Down bow. Up bow. Down bow. So it's going to be up bow. And then down bow. Can you put your heel on your strings? Same with your feet really bent. So what I want you to do is I'm going to pull up and I want you to pull with these two fingers. With your whole, all of your fingers still on the bow, I want you to pull this way and then I pull up. You ready? Go. Out and up. You can keep your fingers on it, but we're playing with these fingers. Now we're going to push up and I want you to push this way and then push down. Relax these knuckles. We don't want them to be white. So keep your fingers on the bow still. Oh, keep your index finger on the bow. You really push with these fingers up. So it's going to be, you put your fingers on the bow. Oh, keep your pinky there. So a lot of this. Push up. Yeah. And can you try down bow? So that means the wrist is going to go this way. Now up bow. Look at that sound you're getting. What was different? What?
We moved our wrists more and like our fingers were in the up and down bow.
So flexible fingers and wrist. So the finger and wrist placement is going to be a little bit different for our down bows and our up bows, isn't it? I know that took a little bit of time, but it sounded great. That was a great sound. So what helped you make sense so that I can write this down so you remember?
Like that, you sort of bent your wrist, like if that meant, like it sort of, like your fingers sort of go up during the up bow and sort of down during the down bow.
Yeah. So what do you think leads it? Do you think the fingers lead it? Do you think the wrist leads it? Do you think the elbow leads it? Do you think it starts up here? Where do you think it starts?
Maybe, I think.
On a down bow. Let's start with a down bow. Where do you think it starts?
So like the elbow.
Let's try it. I want you to think about playing and leading from the elbow and see if you're getting the same sound. So just lead from the elbow. How is that sound? Was it the same?
No.
Let's try something else. We tried the elbow. What do you want to try next? Shoulder?
I think
Wrist?
it's a wrist.
Let's try the wrist. Yeah, was that the same kind of sound you were getting before?
No.
Okay. Well then,
Maybe what was the other one?
shoulder, the fingers.
Maybe.
So instead of pushing our shoulder up, can you relax it? Make sure that you have your fingers curved. So make sure that you can see your, yeah, now. Make sure your bow's straight, so it'll probably help you stand up. Just where do you think it starts?
The shoulder.
Yeah, shoulder. So the bow starts it starts in the shoulder. And your fingers and your wrists, so if we had to think about it, your shoulder is the action and your fingers are the reaction. Okay? So everything starts from shoulder. So it's action, reaction. The fingers and the wrist react to what the bigger arm
The
movement wants to, especially the shoulder. Yeah. Good. You want to try the G major scale again?
Sure.
Okay, so I want you to think about that bow hold. Sorry, yeah. The shoulder.
Oh, sorry, I did 2 and 2.
Yeah, it's okay. I want you to do 2 bows per note. I want you to really tap into that sound you were getting on your D string. Okay?
Should I do 2 half notes or 2 quarters?
2 half notes. So relax your shoulder, relax your knuckles. So do you see how your knuckles are really tall on the down bow? Yeah. There you go. Start on the G string again. So tall. Drop your elbow. Now this should be relaxed too. Point down. Go. Nice sound. Good. Now start at the beginning. I'd like you to do 2 half notes for every single note. Ready, now bend it. Bend. You're pulling in the pinky on the up bows. Big sound. Right, that was a lot better. Good. So for this week, I'd like you to do G major scale, stop after each down bow and up bow to do bow hold check. Okay? Let's hear Here Along the River. I will be your human student. You see it all right?
Yeah.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 1. It'll stop right there. So you can go to rest position. Give me a couple things that you thought you did well ahead.
Like the beginning, I think I'm pretty good at the beginning because it's just the same over and over again.
So meaning the rhythm's the same.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. So you thought you did good at the beginning. The first line is exactly the same rhythm. Okay. What do you think, what didn't you like so much?
Like I think I could have a better intonation.
Better intonation, okay. I agree, I think that we could have better intonation. We're all striving, I'm still striving for good intonation. So, I'm there with you. What else?
Maybe the dynamics.
Yeah, the dynamics, good. Anything else?
Maybe checking the bow hold.
So checking our bow hold. What do you think we could check our bow hold? In the music, like if you had to pick spots in the music, where do you think would be great spots to check it?
Rests.
Okay, what else?
Maybe long note, like half notes.
Yeah, that gives you time to kind of make sure that your shoulder isn't super tense and that you're relaxed. Good. So in our rests and in our longer notes. Okay. Let's start on the first line, and I want you to think about your bow hold in the rests and in the longer notes. Okay, so just the first line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
So I accidentally played a little bit of D when I looked at it.
So this is going to be really good for you to trust yourself that you can play without looking at your strings, right? You can look at something else and you can multitask. It's like texting and walking, right? Yeah. So I also thought that when you were thinking about your bow hold in the rests, your rhythm with the rests was better. Sometimes we're cutting off our rests a little bit too short. Want to try it again?
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, rest.
Yeah, and the rest.
The rests, I think that they could be even better. I would like you to breathe out. So I want you to count out loud and then breathe out on the rests. Okay? I'll have you count and make yourself.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Now, can it be like this? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you breathe out on 1, and then you count in here after that. And what did you notice? Was I in plank position ready to go, or was I having some coffee?
Having some coffee.
Was I having some coffee and I wasn't paying attention to my bow wasn't on the string, or was I ready to go? 1, 2, 3, 4. Da da. Try it yourself. I mean, I'd like to have some coffee. I haven't had coffee yet today. Bow hold. Pinky check. You can always check this right before. If you get ready really fast enough, you can make sure your bow hold looks really good before you start.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. How did your head feel?
Good.
Good? Okay. Sometimes when people breathe wide, sometimes your head feels a little funny. So you have to make sure you breathe in when you're playing the notes and then breathe out on the rest. Want to try it again? That was pretty good. I thought your rhythm was really good. I thought you did a really nice job coordinating breathing on the rests and your bow hold. Let's try it again.
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, do you think you could get a better sound on the first note?
Yeah.
Probably, like, what do you think would help that?
If I had my bow already on.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that was great. That was really great. I thought your intonation was pretty good. I think it's getting better as we play. Do you know what ringing tones are?
No.
So what are the names of our strings on the viola?
C, G, D.
Okay, so those are our strings. Now, do we just have those notes as open strings, or can we also play those notes with our fingers down too? Yeah.
Like here.
So can you show me? Let's do a third finger one. So can you show me a G actually on the D string? Can you play it? Now, can you play your open G now?
Yeah.
Now play them together. Do they match?
No.
No. So we can use our open strings to help us tune our finger notes, like our G's. So let's try it again. Now, what if we adjust it just a little bit? Try it again. Is it too high or too low now?
I think it's better.
It's better, but it's still a lot of tune, isn't it? So we were too low, then we were too high. Try it again. So we don't want to lean forward. Good. Try it right here. Without leaning your finger backward or pressing. Ooh, how do you like that sound? So they should sound the exact same. Just one's going to be lower and one's going to be higher, but they're the same note, right? Good. So we have that one on the D string. Can we find another one?
Yeah, you could do A on the D string.
Okay. Try to move your finger to adjust it while you move your bow, so it matches. So keep your bow on the string and just. It's better. Good. Can you find another one?
Yeah. You could do C on the G string.
It's here. Instead of leaning like this, what if we like that? So instead of leaning forward, we want to be on this side of our finger. The fingernail is kind of aiming diagonal.
Like that?
Yeah. You don't need to go too far, right? It's just small adjustments. Does it sound the same?
No.
No, you're too high or too low.
If you were to, I think I need to be like that.
So, is that lower or higher?
So that's low.
Try it and see. Is it better or is it still not in tune?
It's not in tune, but
Is
I think it's better.
Is it too low or too high now?
Too high. Too low.
Too low, yeah. So you need to find something in the middle. So make sure that this joint is bent to that. Just keep that thumb really relaxed. Yeah, that's a ringing tone too. You can keep working on that as you practice. So you can use your ringing tones to help you tune. Okay? All right, let's go over a couple things. We talked about along the river. Go to rest position. Here's some things that we worked on.
We worked on the rhythms, like counting the rests.
Okay. What are we doing in the rest right now?
We are breathing out.
Okay, what else did we talk about?
We talked about a little bit about the ringing tones.
What's a ringing tone?
It's like using your open strings to help you with your intonation.
So our ringing tones are open strings. Good. Yes. Anything else?
We talked about looking at our bow hole during the rest and half notes.
So really thinking about our technique in general, right? We can do like thumb checks. You can even do some thumb taps with your left hand. Sometimes our left hand gets a little tight too, doesn't it? So technique checks in rests and longer notes. All right, I think that's a lot. I think we went over a lot today. So here's your music back. Sorry, I wasn't the best human stand, but nice job. Excellent job.